Alright guys, we're back with another one, and this is a comparison of two of my favorite 13-inch Chromebooks. Now, this is my daughter's own. Pretty much, this is, once I showed her this, she wanted it. Plain and simple. This is the Asus Chromebook 13. This is rocking the Intel processor, and you'll see all the specs and tech on the screen. But I'm telling you, this Chromebook right here, myself, from the time I opened it, I was impressed by the build. This has this brush aluminum type finish. Brush aluminum type finish, and it really looks good. So you could take a look at my unboxing video about this Chromebook, and you'll see how I felt about it. And the whole brush aluminum type finish, so I call this plastic with a purpose. You know, it's plastic, but it's a real good looking plastic. So really looks good. The whole build of that brush aluminum is inside and out, and I really like the build. So when it comes to build with this Asus C300, no doubt this build is beautiful. This is a Chromebook that you don't feel ashamed going in a coffee shop with, in the library, or whatever the case is. So let me quickly talk about the build of this Acer 13, the c810. Acer 13 c810 is rocking a type of black matte plastic type of build. A matte black. It looks good. It's clean, which I like. It's a clean look. I like where they have the ports at in the back. Here's the headphone. And you can see on the side is another USB. So real nice. Real nice. I like that. Inside, the build continues on the inside. So that's cool as well. So they both rocking the same 720 screen, and I'll show you a quick comparison about that. All right, so the screen, they both 720. They both of them are a matte screen. Both of them are a matte screen, and they look good. Both of them look good. To tell you the truth, when it comes to 720 screens, they can be differences. You know, some people might be in the video, be like, hey, they both 720 and they're not going to be that good. That's not true. You know, my HP 14 with its 720 screen still looks good. It's still kicking behind of some of these new Chromebooks. So I'm surprised that the Asus screen is still keeping up, because it's been out for a while. It's been out for a while, and it looks good. You know, for a while. I've been wondering. Oh, right now I don't have internet on it. Yeah, so right now it's not connected to internet, and I can't go through all of that right now. I'm a bit in a rush today, but to come down to it, the screens are a wash. Now, when I look deeply into it, it seems like I like the Acer a little better, but I mean, I really had to go back and forth a couple of times. The screen on the Acer is like, the blacks are just a little tad bit more deeper than the Asus. But other than that, I could honestly say it's a wash. It's so close that it's a wash. So the screen, we just gotta chalk it up to a wash. The speakers on the Asus is mounted at the bottom, but a little bit to the side. You see this line right here? That's your speaker grill. That's a speaker grill, or whatever you want to call it, speaker hole, on both sides. So the speakers are tight. It sounds good. You can muffle it. You can, you know, block it. I can see that being possible, that you can block it. So this on the speakers, it's good. Now with the Acer, the speakers are mounted behind the feet, so you can block it, but these speakers are pretty good. So with the speakers, I'll give it to the Asus because the sound comes out a little bit more crisp. Oh, I've been filming all that time. All right, listen to the sound. You hear the richness of the sound? It looks good, it looks sharp. Let me see what it's under. 1080p. So that's a good quality to keep it on. It's still a tight screen. The screen is still good. It gets bright enough. Alright. Something happened to Wi-Fi. Is reloading. So you get that. I don't know why you get that, but now we'll take a look at this one. So it just seems a little bit better on the Asus. So the Asus you can get on a deal. Now don't get me wrong. This looks crisp. It's not on the highest quality right now. Let me boost that up a little bit. But you guys getting the general idea. It looks crisp on there. The Wi-Fi is giving trouble. It's midday. Now, it sounds a tad bit louder. It's coming out a little bit louder on the Acer. But, like I'm telling you, the speakers sound crisp on both. So you just got to take your pick which one is for you. So let's just jump out of that. Because my Wi-Fi is giving a lot of trouble. Everybody's home and stuff like that. You guys know the deal. Alright, I turned it off. So, you guys see what's going on. The two Chromebooks, I like the build on both. The speakers on both are pretty much close to being a wash. The screens on both is pretty much a wash. Now, since the let me close this out. Since the how would you call it? Both of these Chromebooks, since both of them are pretty much matched up real good, the main thing is the price. Now they both don't have really HD webcams. The webcams are not saying that much. I believe on the Acer it's a little bit better. On the Acer it's a little bit better. The trackpads on both feel very similar. They both have the ability to be sticky, but once your fingers are completely dry, both very good trackpads, very good. I like both trackpads on both of these devices. The keyboards are laid out the same way, feels the same way. I would say you have a little bit more space on the Acer, but other than that, that's a wash. So the screen's a wash, keyboard, trackpad, and the keyboard and trackpad. If you have a miserable keyboard and trackpad, you're not gonna have a good experience. So you'll have a good experience on both of these laptops. The build, the look of both Chromebooks, I just have a feeling I like both looks. But the Asus with this brushed aluminum, when you're talking about the plastic, I honestly would have to go with this Asus. I like the way it looks. I really do. I like the way it looks. The Asus got a really nice build. A matter of fact, the Asus feels lighter, and I haven't even thought about that. The Asus is definitely lighter, going on feel. And when you go talking about both processors, the Nvidia is tight. The Nvidia is hanging around 4 gigs of RAM. This have 2 gigs of RAM, but this is the Intel processor. So you can have more apps open. You could do a little bit more multitasking and stuff like that on the Acer, but the Asus is faster. Now this have that Wi-Fi, what you call it, 3 times faster Wi-Fi, 802.11, and this one don't have that because I have to go back to memory for some of these stuff, because this is my daughter's Chromebook, and I've used this. I've used this Chromebook and I really like it. This would be a great secondary Chromebook, something I can throw around and stuff. So both of them is up to par, but right now this Asus, you can find it with 4 gigs of RAM with the Intel processor, and you can find it for cheaper than $286. So I would say you get the Asus all day. You have to. The Asus is rocking it with this C300. This C300, I would get it over the Acer. Now, do you have to? I mean, if you like the build of the Acer, then get the Acer, because the Asus is pretty. I mean, there's so much between the two Chromebooks are a wash. They both built good, both plastic build. They both have a nice look to it. Trackpads are pretty much a wash. So, the quick comparison between these two Chromebooks. The Nvidia processor is on point. The Intel is just a touch better. When you're talking about the Celerons, it's a touch better. So pretty much, I gotta give it to Asus. They did a good job, but I gotta give it to Acer too. They did a good job. These are very good Chromebooks, and for the price, they are on point. 4 gigs of RAM, 2 gigs of RAM. I don't recommend the 2 gig of RAM version. I don't recommend it, but get the 4 gigs of RAM, and I would get it over that. But I wouldn't get 2 gigs of RAM for a Chromebook. So out of these two, I guess in a way I gotta give it to the Acer for the 4 gigs of RAM. But if you can find this Asus with 4 gigs of RAM, I would recommend the Asus all day with 4 gigs of RAM, and it's going to be cheaper than the Acer 810. So with that, guys, quick comparison. Hey, look forward to the next videos. Right now I'm gonna do a little vlog and talk to you guys a little bit. So with that, hey, see you guys in the next one.